ITRBoxing. You heard it here first. Pretty cool videos. And I heard they're also in HD. ITRBoxing.com.
So, Little G, first and foremost, how did it feel to fight on a Roy Jones Jr. card, knowing how much Roy kind of inspired you?
I fought on a Roy's card a couple times already, but that was my first time really like meeting Roy, talking to Roy. It was a blessing, because that was my favorite fighter of all time. I used to grow up watching him. As a kid, I couldn't sit down with my pops and watch a 12-round fight. I watched 6 rounds, 8 rounds, I'm out. I'm tired of it. But when Roy came on, I was right there the whole 12 rounds. No questions asked. I was just there watching, because he entertained me. Even though as a kid I didn't really know too much about the sport boxing, I just knew that they're throwing punches. My IQ wasn't that high in boxing as a kid, but just watching Roy, it's just I loved it. And when I was talking to him, man, he's a great person. And at weigh-ins, I had him a little laughing because the guy tried to shake my hand, but I told him after the fight, and I told him mañana, tomorrow, like we'll shake hands after the fight. And Roy was laughing, but Roy said he liked that because Roy said he was the same way.
One of your signature punches is the left hook, and that's one of Roy's signature punches. Is that a coincidence, or is that just something you picked up?
It's not a coincidence at all. I used to look at Roy do it, and I used to practice it. Actually, my first time doing it was was a world tournament in amateurs. It was January of 2016. I just leaped in with a hook because I was fighting a bigger, taller fighter, and Roy would do the same thing, and I landed it, and I had the guy on like wobbly legs and everything. And ever since then, I always did it. I did it a lot after that, and it just works. You just got to time it and everything. That's one thing about Roy. Everything he did was timing.
What are some of your most memorable moments in the amateurs when you had people party walking? Do you remember a punch that you landed and they were party walking in the ring?
Yeah, I mean, I had a few of those. I mean, I had 98 amateur fights, so I had a few of those. But I gotta say, Silver Gloves was one of my most memorable, like the best win of all time. Cause me and this kid, he used to like go on like social media and try to tag my dad and stuff. His father used to go get at my dad, whatever. And we're all right, man. We'll fight eventually. When I fought him, I give him an 8 count. It was just like, but he was big in the amateurs. He was big too. He was winning all the national tournaments just like me. So we were just head to head. And when we finally met up with each other and I beat him and everything, it felt good, to get that respect that I earned.
You're on a Terrence Crawford undercard, June 9th. How does that feel? You're also on the ESPN Plus platform. It's a new thing. That's kind of a big honor. How does that feel?
It feels great. I've been working my whole life to get at this point. And to finally see it coming, it feels good because I work hard. And I feel like I'm one of the best out there. And I just need a platform to prove it, and that's what they're giving me. So that's all I could ask for.
With a spectacular performance on June 9th, do you think your name is going to be in the mix for Prospect of the Year this year?
Yeah, I think it already is. It's just what I've been doing. A lot of my fights have been clearly won. I'm not really getting hit at all. I mean, a lot of people have getting stoppages just like me, but they get hit. They're getting touched. Like, I'm not really getting touched at all. So I think that's one thing. But it's just up to them, whatever they say. But I want that, but it's not the biggest thing to me. I hope I get it, but if I don't get it, my story keeps on going on. A new chapter in my book.
When did you realize this was going to kind of go this way, the way that things are going?
What do you mean by that? The way things are going?
Just the way your career is going. Like, when did you realize you were gonna?
I never realized it.
So you're just kind of running with it.
When you say that, I think of just getting signed as a young kid, at 16 years old. So I never realized it. It just hit me, boom. I was like, whoa. I wasn't 15 years old and realizing like I'm gonna get signed at 16. Nah, it wasn't even planned like that. It just hit me out of nowhere with a deal. And I was like, man, it was just shocking. And I didn't know what to think. I didn't know if we were gonna go for it, go for Olympics. As time went by, then here we are.
What's your most little kid thing you still do? Because you're 18, which is not a little kid, but you're still kind of like a youngster. What's the one thing you do that's like still like kind of a little kid thing?
Bowling, I'll say.
Bowling?
Yes, yeah, bowling. That's just my thing right there.
What's your best bowling score?
My best bowling score is 194, I think it was 194. But I haven't been bowling in a while, and that's just me using a house ball.
Do you do bumper bowling?
No.
Because if I'm gonna challenge you, but we gotta put the bumpers up.
You can have the bumpers. I'm just gonna have my curves up there.
You're gonna have the curves. What's your best shot?
My best shot?
Yeah. Do you have little spins you put on?
I curve the ball each time. I'm on spare. Sometimes I'll throw it straight. Okay. But I have trouble with that sometimes. But I throw it straight on my on my spares sometimes. Or I even use my left hand to curve it sometimes on the spares.